Welcome to the first of the Getting to Know You series with cha girl, Travel Danielle, and my first friend, G1 brethren, teammate, all around wonderful person is Nogi.
What's going on? Hi.
So yeah, so I thought that I've got some like icebreaker getting to know you questions, but the main theme of it, and I hope you did your homework, is I need you over the course of the video to tell me 4 interesting things about yourself, and then also pepper in 1 falsehood. You liar, how dare you lie to me like this? And then we will take a stab at what's the lie, the falsehood, and then we're gonna leave it as a cliffhanger, and then next month when I do my next friend, teammate, wonderful person, we'll reveal what your lie was. Throughout the course of the video, we'll also just pepper in some other fun getting to know you type questions.
Yeah, down.
Take us away.
Let's launch first of all, because we gotta get the ships to the things so that we can do the things and the stuff.
We have to wield the light of the traveler, you know? Yeah, we thought we'd try PvE because, let's be honest with ourselves, part of getting to know you is getting to know yourself. Self-awareness is good, and let's all be honest with ourselves, PvP is not fun right now. It's in a kind of stale place, a lot of sweat lords and not a lot of anyone else. There's not a lot of PvP population happening. We're not mentally available for it right now, so we're gonna do some strikes, guys, before they go away. It's so crazy.
Oh god.
Sorry, my sparrow.
My sparrow's in the way. God, my legs.
Me.
Oh, excuse. That was Jesus Christ.
Pardon. Okay, so let's start with your first interesting thing.
I absolutely, for the life of me, cannot, under any circumstances, eat peanut butter.
Just an allergy or just like particular?
I have such a problem eating. I'm sorry. The way you punched him was just really rude.
I'm Titan. May punch.
But yeah, I absolutely cannot, under any circumstances, eat peanut butter. I have no allergies. I have no food allergies. It's just throughout my life, I've experienced a couple of things, and one of the things that I had to experience was surviving off of peanut butter. So I could not, I cannot under any circumstances eat peanut butter in any fashion, any way, shape, or form. Nothing peanut butter, nutter butter, nothing. If it has peanut butter, I don't like it.
Sad, but also understandable, but also sad, because it's so good and creamy and nutty.
From what I'm told, because I don't know what it tastes like anymore.
Well, I mean, if you had to live off of it at some point, you kind of remember, you have the memories inside of you.
It's like once you have too much of one particular thing, it becomes an issue, you know?
Yeah. Okay. That sounds like it could be truthful.
I'm trying to throw you for a ruse here. All of my things are gonna sound like truths.
So this video is actually a lie in and of itself, because I don't actually want to get to know you. I just want to get to know your tells for lying, so that when we play Among Us together, I will know immediately when you've killed off.
Oh, you're cheating. Oh, that's great. Oh god, that's gonna be terrible now, because I gotta switch it up. I gotta switch it up when we get there.
Advanced knowledge. Okay, so if you could shrink an animal and carry it around in your pocket, what kind of animal would... Oh, shit. I'm dead.
Oh god, no. No! What animal would it be?
Yeah.
Absolutely a fox. I love foxes.
Tell me, what about foxes do you love?
Their natural response to things is they're cunning. So they're actually incredibly intelligent animals. They think more, at least in terms of acknowledgement. They have just a different perception of stuff, and I really take a liking to that, because I come from an area where you kind of have to be really brute in your responses, and to be able to think before I act is something that I take pride in. So foxes, I've always taken a liking to that. Plus on top of that, I'm very much a weeb. Naruto is one of my all-time favorite like animes, which is another thing, even though that's not a part of the questionnaire.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, doesn't fox have something to do with your name?
Yes.
Give us the backstory.
So everyone calls me Nogi, but the actual pronunciation of the name is Nagi, and it comes from the abbreviation term of Nagatsune, which is Japanese for black demon fox. Of course, it being something that me and a friend came up with a long time ago. Shout out to Booba. He's in Africa right now, living off his dreams. Yeah, he's a great guy, very good friend of mine. He and I came up with this idea because he knows that I love Naruto. That's something I just took a flock to when I was a kid, and that's really where it comes from. So Nagatsune is, again, Japanese for black demon fox. But it's a little hard to brand Nagatsune because not everybody will know the pronunciation of it properly all the time, and it's kind of difficult to tell people. I don't want that to be the first form of conversation, like correcting them on how to say my name. So it's just easier to Nagi. or Nogi. It's a lot easier that way.
Would you prefer if people called you Nogi? Because like that was kind of my first gut reaction to seeing your name. I was like, oh, I think it's Nogi, and then I heard other people call you Nogi, and I was like, oh, okay, it's Nogi.
Nah, it definitely doesn't bother me whatsoever. I would much rather people kind of say my name right than not say my name correct at all. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I would rather prefer that. So Nogi is 100% fine. I get it all.
So I also love foxes, just because like red foxes is, you know, I have red hair. I'm a ginger.
Right.
And so they're cute and they have bushy tails, and I've always wanted one as a pet, but also they're like wild animals and not pets. And I'm like, dang it, I hate. But for carrying around in my pocket, I would not choose a fox. I would choose a giraffe, because then you could tuck it in your pocket, but it would still see out, and it would just ride around with you and be like, let's look at all the things.
That is by far the most intelligent thing. Like, that's actually really smart. Kind of like a kangaroo pouch.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I like that. That's actually pretty good.
Okay, let's do fact number dos.
I can recite the Jewish alphabet by memory.
Interesting. Okay, so that sounds like it could be plausible, but also like I want to know the backstory. But I feel like if I can't ask any more questions about it, like I probably shouldn't even ask if you had like an allergy or something. It could go both ways. I don't know. How easy mode do we want to make this?
Let's make it a little difficult for the people who think I'm lying out there.
The folks at home?
Yeah.
All right, no further questions, Your Honor. We will just leave it at that. The whole Jewish alphabet. We won't ask you to recite anything because it could be a lie. You could be totally making it up, but we will be curious. For real.
Yes, be curious. Yay! First strike done. Finito, completo.
Oh my god, look at all these blue things that I don't want. Wish I could auto dismantle. Yay. Prep us for the next activity with a get to know you question. If you could take out a bad day on a household item, what would you choose?
Oh, wow. If I could, oh man.
What in your house are you gonna beat the shit out of?
It's crazy because even though it's really a random question, it takes so much thought to actually come up with an answer. That's brilliant. Wow. Because, you know, your first natural response is to be like dishes, like just smash dishes, right? But then you got to think about the after effect. Like, you got to think about the consequences. Like, if I beat the shit out these dishes, I ain't gonna have no more plates. I can't take it out on like a very necessary appliance like a stove or a toaster, because then I'm not gonna be able to use that anymore. So I would probably have to say a shower curtain. That is the one item that I can think of that can take absolute damage, be completely destroyed, burned, ripped apart, whatever the case may be, that wouldn't be too negative in terms of consequences. You see what I'm saying? If you beat up the pillows, they can lose form, they're no longer fluffy. If you beat up the couch, the cushions get messed up, same exact thing. Can't crush on the stove, because the stove then won't be able to stove itself.
Yeah. It can't stove itself, and that'd be a real tragedy.
A stove that can't stove is just where's its purpose? What is it doing?
It's just storage at that point. Oh shit, I'm dead. Bye. Yeah, that question is kind of a easy mode for me because I have a punching bag.
You have a punching bag.
Kind of like,
I need to invest in that.
Yeah. Oh my god, it is genuinely one of the best things I've ever bought. It is really good for taking out. Oh no.
No, we'll talk about it.
All right, hit us with the third one.
My very first memory that I have with an animal was me eating its food.
When you said it, it took me a second to like, okay, with an animal, you were eating its food. My brain said you were eating it as food. And I was like, that was your first memory?
Oh, what?
I was like, oh my God, Danielle. I need more focused by advanced GG so that my brain does all the good work because it's slacking right now.
Brilliant with the plugs.
Okay, so your first memory of an animal is you're eating its food. So it could be dog or cat, and you just wandered up eating that sweet kibble.
Going to town.
Was it peanut butter flavored kibble? Because that could explain a couple of things.
I want to say no, but then again, I have a weird, distinct memory of it kind of having similarities. So I don't want to say no.
Well, that one sounds plausible because it could connect to another one, but we'll see.
Yay.
I'm still in a Yeet Titan because I literally haven't played since we did the last wish. But it's actually a really fun subclass.
Well, I don't Titan, so I wouldn't know.
Are you like Hunter for life? I'll never look at anyone else.
I just can't play Titan.
I don't know her.
Warlocks I've played. Titans I can't bring myself to be just under any circumstances. I can't do it. I can't do it. There's no real reason as to why, which is why my arguments usually end fairly fast when they ask me, like, why don't you play Titan?
Like, because. That's all.
Just
that's
yeah, because I said so.
That's fair. There's good things about all of them, so I do not discriminate.
Absolutely. I've gotten past the point. I feel like the argument of which subclass is better than every other subclass is just like similar to console wars. It's like it's pointless.
It's personal preference, bros.
Yeah, whatever gets the job done, gets the job done, right?
Here, we're gonna intersperse with a question. What's something that you wish that people knew about you, or that like most people ask about, and that you wish you could put like on a T-shirt so you could just get it out of the way right when you first met people?
The volume of my voice does not depict my actual emotion.
I get that. Yeah. People are like, all right, you're yelling at me. Calm down. You're like, no, I'm just excited. Yeah. Everything's great. Oh.
I think a lot of people kind of think that I'm loud all the time, so therefore they receive aggressive vibes, which is understandable. I'm usually very, very, very relaxed. I'm just used to high volumes.
Yeah, I've noticed that people who grew up in like big families or like environments where like everyone, it was just like, oh, just talk when you need to, like generally clash with people who are only children or are just like used to very quiet. And it's like, neither one is bad. It's just what you're used to. So.
Exactly. So I kind of have to apologize sometimes for my volume because of exactly that, but it's all right.
Okay. Fourth thingamadoodad.
The fourth one is that I am actually very much into poetry.
Ooh. I kind of hope that one's true because poetry's bomb ass. But I can't ask you about any of your favorite poets because you could be a fucking liar and you'd be like, oh, I can't think of any poets, and then I would know. So no follow-up questions.
No follow-ups.
Feels bad when you can't follow up.
Yeah. It look gross in here.
What kind of celebration would there be on a Saint Nogi Day? Like St. Patrick's has, you know, a lot of drinking. You've got Easter eggs. You've got your what have you. What would people do on Saint Nogi Day?
Like, what would be the festivities if I had my own holiday?
The traditional viewing of the anime and reading of the poetry. And
yeah, I mean, yeah, that would
deleting
be like,
all the peanut butter in the world.
Oh man, there would be, I mean, the festivities would be really similar to like, I want to say Christmas. It would like have no representation of gifts. It would really just be to show people that you care about that you're like actually paying attention to them, because ultimately, and like wow, these questions are like really fucking good. To give it in detail, I'm a very particular individual when it comes down to showing someone that you care. I have not always been that type of individual, so as I got older, I started to realize that it's not really what you get someone, but how often you show that you're just something as simple as paying attention to their existence. So if I had my own holiday, it would be to get someone a gift, but the rule for the gift would have to be something particularly the most meaningful to that person that would immediately ignite an emotional response that would bring about the reaction of bliss or happiness, appreciation. You know what I mean? Because with Christmas, it's just gifts. You just get toys or electronics, whatever the case may be. But the whole point behind the gifts is like very much like not shown. It's really, I get you what you want more than, you know, I'm getting this gift because it reminds me of you. Like for instance, I know that you've been working towards getting this PC for X amount of months and you haven't been able to crack it open just yet. So I bought you a PC. Things like that. You know what I mean? So it would really be, for just showing appreciation to the people that you care about.
Like less about like a giant thing, giant basket of presents under the tree, and more about like one thoughtful, super thoughtful gift to somebody that you care about. Love it.
Yeah. It would either be that or literally one exact day where there's no stress, literally nothing. Like for the whole holiday of, you know, Nogi Day, 1 month of like no rent, no bills, no responsibilities. You don't have to go to work. You don't have to go to school. You literally just stay home or spend time with loved ones. Like that's, you do what you want.
I would like
you know
to
what
see
I mean?
it.
Like that's
I would vote for that.
That would be something that I would really like, because people need breaks, man. Again, these questions are like really good because they're random, but they're really creating some really thought out. I'm digging it. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like Saint Danielle Day would either just be like, you have high kick contests to see who can kick the highest, and then contests, but not in the way that you would think contests. I realize that there are already contest. It would just be who can say the loudest or the most.
I feel like that wasn't that a game? I feel like I played that game in high school somewhere.
Yeah.
Like the penis game or something.
But like,
penis!
But it would only be around other people who are also into playing the game because you don't want to make people uncomfortable. You're in public having a meal. You don't want to hear two idiots screaming penis at each other. It's got to be an opt-in penis game for everybody.
It's about fun and not about making other people uncomfortable. Got it. Exactly. I like that.
Or based on yours, which was a really good one about stress-free, no rent stuff, I would go in a similar vein about what I feel like people could use nowadays is if you don't have anything nice to say, shut the fuck up day.
That's also relatively, oh no, I'm coming back for you.
I lost my 1v1 with this stupid wizard because I was daydreaming about how great it would be if mean assholes on the internet would just shut the fuck up.
Agreed. That's why I am the way that I am when it comes down to people. Like I've learned, over time that you can't expect everyone to just turn the other cheek.
Right.
Like you can't just, no! Fuck this game! You can't expect to be an asshole and expect no one to be an asshole back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I know I come off very aggressive to people. I know I come off very brash, very loud, very hard-headed, very closed-minded. But in fact, I'm the exact opposite of that. It's just, you can't expect people to retaliate to you the way that you want to be retaliated to when you're being a certain way. You can't throw shit at people and expect them to throw fruit at you. That's not, no.
On Twitter, you're not gonna have meaningful dialogue. So like, it's a battle for people's hearts and minds for just being decent people, but you're not gonna have that on Twitter. So that would be my day. Happy shut the fuck up day. Yeah. Okay, we did our fourth. Hit us with that hot fifth.
So for a long summer, I was heavily invested in gymnastics for a role that I created. I was taught in gymnastics. I was also taught in performing arts.
So I could definitely see the gymnastics performing art. I mean, performing arts more than gymnastics, but I feel like, yeah, I could check out. These are good because they all check out. Like, I mean, you did good because your lie isn't immediately like, I was a movie star for a year of my life. Yeah. I think my guess for the lie is either gonna be, I think it's peanut butter, or I feel like the Jewish alphabet is like so random that it's gotta be true, but it also could be a lie.
Is it true?
It could be like another alphabet and that you substituted because we didn't say like how much of a lie. It just has to be a lie. So it could be like you learned like a different language and then substituted. I don't know who to believe anymore. I just feel lied to. I feel betrayed. I can't trust anyone in G1 anymore.
We are a rambunctious group.
Did you know that Mikowski's not even an old man? I'm still reeling.
I found that out the other day. I was really upset about it. Kenny, not even a savage. He's actually a really nice guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. Okay, if you could live in any period of history, when would you live and why?
I would have to say literally in the one that I'm living in right now.
I will extend the question into the future.
Oh, if I could live in the future,
like 20 years in the future.
Yeah, I would like to live 20 years in the future. I would think that that's a pretty dope thing to experience as well. The idiocy in this time is a little overwhelming, but then again, I don't necessarily want to go back in time because for someone like myself, that wouldn't be beneficial.
Oh,
so,
absolutely. And that's kind of why I saw the question and I picked it because I was like, I bet that your answer would vastly different from my answer because the worlds that we live in are so different, and hopefully right now they are starting to converge and we are more aware of it. I would definitely live either like 200 years in the future, or I would live in ancient Egypt. Because ancient Egypt was so advanced for its time that like even if you're lower class in ancient Egypt, you're still ahead of all the other dummy civilizations who don't even have pyramids. How sad for them. Okay, so what would be your weapon of choice in the zombie apocalypse?
I'm very much of a universal guy, so in order for me to have a weapon of choice, it would have to be something that I can balance it out. So it'd probably be like, I wouldn't be surprised if I found like a whole bayonet rifle, like something with long range but with a sword on it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I gotta get in there and get real handsy, but at the same time you gotta keep your distance because you don't want them to get bit. Yeah. Right. See, you get me. You get me.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a good point because like my first initial reaction would be like, give me the biggest fuck off machine gun that you ever could. But like if it gets jammed and we start getting close quarters, then I'm SOL.
Not even if it gets jammed. If you gotta reload that bad boy, it's gonna take a little bit of time for you.
Right.
You know? So
I guess I could say tank.
Tank would be good. Tank would be good. Defenses. Got you got some heavy
like
artillery.
A rolling house. Yeah.
Yeah. We did the things with the stuff. Oh, I got a diary promise.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's the worst thing that you've ever purchased, and why was it so bad?
I spent $1,000 on a course that I learned about from watching a YouTube video. However, that was not only the worst purchase that I made, but it was also the most educational purchase that I made because that was the confirming moment where I realized how much of a dedicated person I was in investing in myself and in my brand. So even though it was a terrible purchase, it still was proof of how dedicated I was to everything that I was doing. But to this day, I have the course and I don't use it at all whatsoever.
That is annoying. And that's like, it's a bad purchase, but it's also a good purchase. It could be like some kind of, you know, like I bought this candle or tech thing that didn't end up working out or broke immediately, or a vacuum. You're investing in yourself. It confirms something, but hot damn, $1,000 to learn that you.
$1,000, yeah. I could have definitely put that to something else. What about you though? What was your worst?
Oh, it was so
your
close.
Worst purchase?
I wear fake eyelashes a lot because I love them. So I bought this set of eyelashes that was like, you can leave them on for like days at a time. And I was like, neat. And then I did it and it took me about 3 hours to apply them. And I was like, this is horrible. And then they lasted not even a full day.
Oh no.
I was like, well, I'm
That's
out.
terrible. I can't even fathom like how bad that is, but that sounds like an actual terrible experience.
And they were not inexpensive.
Oh wow, so they was one of the pricey ones?
It's more than I'd like to admit to spending on it, so I won't.
I respect it. I respect
Secret.
it.
Final question. It's the final question.
That was very beautiful.
Thank you. If you could take a week off from your regular life to learn something new, what would it be and why?
If I could take a week off from my regular life to learn something new, it would probably be, wow, I totally forgot the word of it. Accounting. There we
are
go.
hard. Oh.
Accounting.
Oh.
If I could take a week off, I would probably want to learn accounting because I've seen a lot of potential in that, and numbers has always been a flaw for me. Like I was never really good at math growing as a kid, and I never liked the fact that I was good at math. If I could take a week off and then master it in a week, it would definitely be accounting.
Damn. That's a really good and practical thing because you're going to use that so much in your life and doing taxes and then budgeting and just like, yeah, all that stuff.
Exactly.
That's so smart. I probably would learn, so I would cheat. I would say I would learn a language, but I feel like the best way to learn a language is by traveling to that country. So I would just take a week vacation in another country and like learn all the things.
I respect that. I respect that.
All right, G1 channel viewers. This is Nogi, but he lied to us and we'll never forgive him for this. In the comments, let us know what you think he effing lied about. The next video where I interview the next person, we'll call him out on it and we'll get some answers. We'll get some effing answers, Nogi. You can't just keep lying to us all this time.
I mean,
right?
stop making it easy for me.
You're right. I made it too easy.